Hello, everyone. My name is Derek Dyke. I am the director of UCaaS for BCM1. And today we're going to look at the Webex user interface for Cisco BroadWorks. To start, we go to our taskbar and click on the Webex icon, which opens up the application. We're going to focus our time here on the icons here on the left, which will navigate us through the program. We're going to start at the top here with the profile settings. This is where I can change my availability. You see that I'm currently presenting here. This is because I am recording this through the Webex meeting application itself. I can set my do not disturb. I can also change my status. We have some canned responses here. I can also set a custom status, whether I'm at a doctor's appointment or I'm in a meeting. I can let my team know when and where they can reach me. Moving on from here, we're going to click on the direct messaging portion. You can see that I have two options, or three options really, all direct and spaces. We're going to come back to spaces, but let's focus on the direct side. The direct meaning a direct message one-to-one. Here you can see I'm already highlighted on Jose. I've had some communications with him. You can see that he has uploaded an image that I can click on and bring up. I can see all of the content that has been shared over the life of our communications back and forth. And I can sort that by files, whether they're images, Excel files, PDFs, or Word docs. I can look at any whiteboard sessions we've had together, any links that we have shared with each other, or any recordings that we've had. In the messages portion itself, I can attach a file. I can do a screen capture. This is actually a very nice tool that so far I've only seen on the Webex product. This is where I can click on this. If I had an Excel file up, I could drag and copy that area that I want to share, and it automatically puts that images into message for me. This is something I use on a daily basis with my team. I can also send emojis, GIFs, as well as the ability to instantly put my meeting for my personal space in so I can share that. And I can do that for multiple employees and have them join my space for a conference call or a collaboration bridge. It's just that simple. Now, going to the spaces, we're going to click on the Teams icon here. So WebEx Teams, what is that? This is a very powerful product that we use all the time that's built into the WebEx application. So you can see these are all the different teams that I have created. For example, I'll click on the sales team, and underneath there, I can create multiple spaces. So you can see that I have 4 spaces that I've created. This space is where you can add specific team members to that space. So you can see here, I've got 5 people in the space. I can add more people to this. I can remove people from the space. Any messages, any documents, whatever I have, I can simply upload. You can see here, Kelsey's put a link in here. And then I also have the ability to meet with all of them. So if I click on this, it's going to send them all a notification that Derek would like to meet, and they can simply click accept, and we're now all into a room together where we can do a video call, we can do desk shares, whatever we want to do, all instantly in that application. And again, all the same functionality applies as on the direct messages for attaching items and whatnot. And so my next space down here, you can see that I have 4 completely different people in this space. So how else can we use this functionality? So in some of my other teams here, you can see I have a UCaaS support team. And under this support team, we've created multiple spaces where, let's say we have a customer who is upgrading a circuit or upgrading a router or switch, and we might have multiple people that are involved in that. So instead of emailing back and forth, we simply create a space for that particular customer. I invite the salesperson that's involved with it, the project manager, the engineer, and anyone else who might need to be involved into that particular deal. And now we're all communicating in one place. We have one place to upload any documents, any configuration files, any sales forms that might be necessary or pertinent to the install. This avoids us from having to send multiple emails back and forth, searching through emails, trying to find different files. We now have everything at our fingertips that is neatly displayed and easy to find for those employees. All right, let's keep moving on. The next portion we have here is our contacts. Now, this is a very clean and easy way to set up your contacts. You can see I have multiple groups here that I have created myself. So I'm going to expand the UCaaS team. I can see all of the members that are in that team. I can see who's available, who's not available. We can see Renzo is on Do Not Disturb. If I wanted to add a team member to that group, I simply click on Add a Contact. I choose which group do I want to put that in. You can see all of these groups match all of the groups that I've already created. So if I want to create a new team, I just click on Create a New Group and I would name it accordingly. If I want to add it to an existing, for example, the UCaaS team here, I'm just going to click there. And now all I need to do is type in a few letters, and I can simply add those users to that group. So just that quickly, I've added 4 people that I want to add to that team. I simply click add, and they're now in that group. At the same time, if I have members that I don't want to have in that group, I want to either move them to a different group or I just want to remove them altogether. Very simple to do, very easy to use. Where I could see this for many customers is if they had multiple offices, very simple to add different groups for the different offices that they have or different departments within that organization. Moving on from here, we have our calling icon. This is going to be where we have our soft phone. I can see all of my recent interactions on the phone. I can also make and receive phone calls from here. So I'm going to click on a call and I will, once that call is connected, I can, if I need a keypad for DTMF tones, I can click there. If I want, I have my hold, park, transfer, and conference. Transfer is going to give you the option for supervised or blind transfer. Conference would be if I want to bring in more members to this call. All right, very easy to use, very simple and clean. We have a lot of our customers have a lot of success using this. There's not a lot of training involved, and we have a lot of happy customers that use this soft phone application. Moving on from here, we're going to go to the voicemail section. Now you'll see that I do not have any voicemails, which I'll explain why in just a moment. But if I did, they would all show up here with the phone number and the timestamp of when those voicemails came in. If I were to click on one, they would show up here with the play button. I could slide the bar if I want to fast forward through the message, if I want to forward the message, if I want to download it, all of that's at my fingertips. Now, the reason I don't have any voicemails in here is because we also have a setting that says I don't want if the voicemail is successfully delivered to my email, then I don't want it on my system. All right. So the voicemails are going to come in a WAV format via email along with the transcription itself. And so that way I have it there. I don't need it on the system itself, but I can easily change that otherwise. All right, moving on from here, our next icon is our meetings section. So I can't start a meeting right now because I'm already doing one. Again, this is how I'm recording this presentation. But generally, if I wanted to, I could start a meeting. I could copy this link. I could email it to people within my organization and outside of my organization, and they can easily jump into my bridge and join me for a conference. I can join a meeting if I have the meeting information, or I can schedule a meeting. There are multiple ways to schedule meetings within Webex. I can simply click here to schedule a meeting and add users from there. This will also push out to their email. I can also do this within Outlook or Gmail. So there are plugins that allow me to, right from the Outlook calendar, click on the Webex meeting. It's going to populate everything that I would need for that particular WebEx meeting. I can then email it to the users that I want, and it's right there in their calendar. Very simple, very easy to use. And there are different levels of meetings that you can have. There are the basic standard licensing, which comes with up to 25 users. But WebEx is an incredibly powerful product. You can do up to 3,000 participants with our premium WebEx meetings license. And then last item that we have here is the analytics of our meetings for that week. So I can see what my meeting times look like, what was my video on, my messaging, whatnot. Just a nice little tool, nice little analytic for your users to have on their meetings. And then finally, I'm just going to go in briefly and show some of the call preferences that we have here. So when you do have users that want to set up their call settings, it's very simple to do. For example, incoming calls. I can choose whether I want do not disturb, automatic call rejection, but more importantly, I can set up my call forwarding, my simultaneous ring, my sequential ring, if I wanted to ring my cell phone and my desk phone at the same time. All of that is right at our fingertips. Same thing goes for outgoing. Same thing goes for voicemail. There are some great tools in there. For example, do I want to have a zero option to transfer to another member on my team? Where do I want these emails to go? Do I want a carbon copy sent out to maybe if a voicemail comes into me and I want a carbon copy to go to my assistant? All of that's right at my fingertips. And then call controls where I can log in and log out of queues. So all of this is right at our fingertips within the WebEx application. It is truly combined both the BroadSoft application as well as the WebEx interface for meetings. And then the last portion I'm going to show you here is the mobile app for WebEx. So you can see here, we're looking at my iPhone right now. I'm going to click on the WebEx icon, and everything that I've shown you so far, you also have access to within the mobile app, whether it's iPhone or Android. So I can see who's on the phone. Robert's on the phone right now because he's lit up yellow, or orange, I should say. Renzo is away. That's why he's set to do not disturb. I can message. I can see all of the same interactions that we've had, the same files. I have my teams, the same teams that I had before. I can see from here my contacts. I can make and receive. I can add contacts. I have my calling, where I can make and receive calls from here. Any calls that I make from this mobile app are going to go out and look as if I'm calling from my desk, even though I'm calling from my cell phone. And then of course, my meetings. If I want to schedule a meeting, if I want to start a meeting, again, I can work from my iPhone or Android no differently as if I was sitting at my desk. It's a very, very incredibly powerful tool. With that being said, that wraps up the quick demonstration that we have here. Again, this was a very high level overview of the WebEx product. Should you want to take a deeper dive and look at this from a closer inspection on what we can really do and how powerful this product really is, please set up time with your channel manager, and we are more than happy to have that demonstration with you. I thank you for your time today. Have a good day.